your spawn. The guys in your spawn. Your spawn. Yeah, the guys in your spawn. 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 Yeah, the guys in your spawn. Type X gotta go right now. Only right, there we go, beast mode right now. People hate like it's a game. Well, I'ma be the only cheat code right now. MD and Type X, you know it's no contest. Yeah, we go till the break of dawn. The God is your spawn.
Yo, what is up, Type X community? My name is Aaron. Today, you guys are watching 444 kills on the map Nuketown in Black Ops 3, and this beast of a gameplay is done by none other than Type X Atrocity, which holds 16 world records as it is right now. So stop what you're doing, give this guy a round of applause, because when is the last time you have gotten 444 kills on Nuketown? I don't know about you guys, but me personally, never. The most I've ever done was 150, somewhere right in there. Not on Black Ops 3. Gosh, no, not on this game. I only have 100 plus on this game, but that's why I'm a commentator and not the pub stompers. So, what I want to talk about today are the Scuff versus Elite Controller, that battle. I know it's been sailed a lot, but this video is a long video and I need a long commentary, and that's one topic that gets me there, and I could talk about it for a little bit. So first off, what you guys know what a Scuff controller or the Xbox Elite controller is? Basically, the biggest thing and the only reason why these things are popular is because they have batteries. They have paddles on the back. They have paddles on the back that can be mapped to A, B, Y, X. I even think bumpers and possibly even triggers. So these things, and the D-pad also, but these two controllers with those paddles makes it so you can jump in the air and you can aim, you can body slam if you're in Advanced Warfare or the ground thing. That's whenever I think Elite controller and the Xbox, the Scuff controllers, that's when these controllers started becoming something that you needed to be able to play Call of Duty. And I say that lightly because you do not need a Scuff or an Elite controller. You can be just as good without the two. Personally, I know people that play on busted Xbox One controllers, like almost completely broken, and still do better than me, but it does give you that much more of a competitive edge whenever you go up against someone who doesn't have it. And looking at the way Call of Duty has changed in the past 2 years, where you have Exo Boost, and now you have this nice little thrusting system that kind of just gets you up into the air, you don't want to be letting go of your right stick to press A or X depending on what console you're on. So getting one of these two controllers means you're going to have paddles on the back and you can jump. Now, the most normal configuration is having crouch and jump on the back of your controller. And if you get 4 paddles with the Scuff, and the Elite comes with 4 paddles, although I would strongly recommend not putting the top 2 small ones in because very uncomfortable, at least to me. I guess you could get used to it. I know there's a ton of people, it's like, oh man, I've had the Elite, I use all 4 on the back and I'm just fine with it. But me personally, I don't think you need X and Y on the back of your controller. I mean, yeah, reload is pretty good if you're going to be moving around, but like I said before, the main two that are on the back is being able to jump and being able to crouch, and everything that goes within those two, from sliding on the ground to being in the air and just rocketing back down. It's useful, and I can tell, I'd say about the first week I had it, the Scuff controller, I was horrible. It made me look at my Call of Duty career, and I just wanted to rip the paddles off the back. And it's like, okay, I have this controller, it's got the grip, I'm going to use it like that. But if you tough through it, you will get it. So let's get into the meat of this topic. Which one do I personally think is better? So out of the two, I'm going to go ahead and give you my answer, and I'll support that. The Scuff. And the reason why I say the Scuff, and I know a ton of people's like, no, Scuff is trash. Get the Elite controller, it's better. Okay, I do understand you get more bang for the buck whenever you purchase the Elite controller. You get 4 paddles, you get all this customization, you get grip on the back, you get all this nice stuff, metal plated buttons and stuff. I thought that was really cool, but something that I look at whenever I'm purchasing something, above 100, 200, even up to 1,000 is quality. And don't get me wrong, the Elite controller has perfect quality. I mean, it's great, but you get what you pay for. And whenever you buy a SCUF, you're not just getting a paddled controller, you're buying the brand. You're buying into that brand SCUF, and that's really cool, especially if you do like brand names and you get into that. But SCUF is really nice to have. I mean, it's splattered everywhere. Like BenQ, the monitor, it's no different than like an Asus, but BenQs cost a little bit more, and yes, you are paying for that brand name, and I think that's something in SCUF that you don't really get with the Elite controller. It's just, what controller do you have? The Elite. Oh, you know, and then you say a SCUF, and then people just know what you're talking about. And personally, I think SCUFs just feel a little bit better where the paddles are in the back, but that's, like I said, personal preference. And I do know the grip that's on the Elite controller, if you play any type of games that you spend close to 5-6 hours straight with your hands on the controller, and I'm not just talking about multiplayer. I am a zombies player, so once you play zombies with the Elite controller, or you just get a normal Xbox controller that has that grip on the back, they're starting to put it into different controllers. I think there's a white one now that has it, and I think there's one other controller that has it. That pattern on the back eats into your hands. It is horrible. It feels like sandpaper after about 6 hours of just holding on to that controller. So keep that in mind. I think the SCUF grip, the grip that's on the back of the SCUF controller, you know, they have the bumpy texture and it's really nice and smooth, and then they have the trigger stop texture, which is kind of a little bit more grippy, and I do like that too for multiplayer. So I do switch out the backs every once in a while depending on whether I'm playing multiplayer or zombies. So that's one thing I really do like about the SCUF, is that I have a choice of what grip I have, and it is very different. The SCUF grip, the one that's the trigger stops, actually has bumps where your fingers go in between, and it just feels a lot more comfortable than the Elite controller does, and controllers that have that Microsoft branded, I guess you would say, grip on the back. And you know, I haven't had problems with my SCUF breaking yet. I know a lot of people, it's like, oh man, the SCUF sticks suck. Tongue twister. And yeah, I mean, I put the original Xbox sticks in because I like those a little bit better. I don't like control freaks. I don't like all this stuff that raises them. I know if you got used to it, it would make your game a little bit better and you'd have a little bit more precision. But I like keeping it stock on the front, and in the back I have my paddles. Now, paddles in Call of Duty are they're very important these days. I mean, with jumping, sliding, I can noticeably tell a difference between someone that has a SCUF and someone that does not have a SCUF just by spectating them. Like, go play Search and Destroy and spectate people. You'll be able to know who has a SCUF and who doesn't. And the people that have a SCUF, they're just a little bit more fluid in their movements. They can maneuver the map a little bit better, and that's very important, especially if you're into competitive gameplay, or like this, you're into pub stomping where you need to get places and you need to be as efficient as possible when getting around the map. Now, personally, I've slipped off my multiplayer grind. Back in Advanced Warfare, I loved multiplayer, but then zombies came out and I got really into zombies. I haven't played multiplayer that much, so my SCUF right now for zombies is a little bit overboard. You don't need it if you're just going to be casually playing, if you're just going to pick up the game every once in a while. $150 for the Elite could be the price to go if you do want paddles, but if you're playing a lot more and you want comfort over a long period of time, I would definitely go with the SCUF. I think the cheapest, like, upgraded version you can get is around $150, but like I said, there's not that much customization as there is with the Elite. You're going to be losing some things, like you're going to be losing metal, you're going to be losing interchangeable thumbsticks, 4 paddles, grip. So keep that in mind. If any of you guys are wanting to get a SCUF or an Elite, hopefully you take my 2 cents and enjoy it. Take it for what you want it to be, because in the end, it's your decision, your money. I'm not going to be there and say, don't get that. So get whatever you guys want. Hopefully this video shed some light. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Amazing gameplay. TapX Atrocity. Really, really good. Peace.
He's a draw. contract is a no-go.